Today we're going to bring in a water cooling for the CPU. Also, it's going to read how many degrees we have. This is something I actually need because my system fails to tell me, even if you download the application, it's a hit and miss on some of those things. But I want to see exactly the heat inside the actual computer. That's why we're going to build a computer with this, surrounded with this system around. And if we're going to put it on this Leon system, and take a look at it and see how well it works. All right, so here's the whole setup. First of all, we got our actual instructions and what's included in here, how to set this up. Now they do give you the actual mount for an AMD and Intel chip. It's gonna take on the new CPU and the new motherboard. Now, if you guys noticed, it comes already with thermal paste installed already. It comes with this plastic and the adjustable lock that you need here, that you're gonna require. They're gonna give you a couple of things that you do need to connect, all right? Power, USB, all right? You're gonna need a USB and you're gonna need a fan connection. And you're gonna need a SATA connection, all right? Yeah, we have all the connections that is required. You're gonna make sure that it's compatible with your motherboard, so that's something you have to do. Reservoir, you can hear it. There's liquid in here. You can see through it, so it's good adjustments. It has screws for two-sided if you're gonna do the bottom and top. So this is gonna be on the top of this tower, okay? So we are gonna put it on top of the tower and see how it works. And it's gonna take an Intel Core i9 12th gen. All right, so we're gonna continue. We're gonna flip it over. All right, flip it over just a little bit to adjust the actual motherboard. Make sure that we have all the components. We're gonna put the piece in here. This is the actual for the back of the motherboard, and we're gonna see if it fits. It looks like it's fitting good. We could adjust these. All right, these are adjustable. So we're going to adjust this one to closer to the edge. And there we go. Got them all through. You can see them. Put that in there. We're not going to need that. We're just going to place this one in here. All right, this is the hard part. We're gonna see if we're gonna put it here. This needs to be adjusted here in this place. Shit. Okay, we're going to adjust it here. We're going to put it in here. All right, got it well established in there. Set them up on the side here. That one there. But we also want the cables to adjust. So the cables to be here. Okay, before we do that, put one of these washers. All right, if you guys can see the water cooling, I mounted on this side, on the top, and I switched it to this side, the water. You could, because I needed the space for the actual fan. These fans are perfect. If I don't got a third fan for this case, it wouldn't fit at all. It would just, you have to get a 2 fan. It won't fit. There's not enough room for 3 fans in here. So this is perfect for the mount. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the software, because I had an issue. I updated to the latest software and that thing wasn't working. I had to downgrade it so I could get the software to work. And if you can see, now I could see it, and I could add my own logo, and it was sideways too, so you have to rotate. You could rotate it on the software. The old software, you couldn't do this. So right now, integrated with the whole thing is really good. I was able to find an RGB connection in my motherboard, and I'm able to control some of the functions. With the software, of course, you need the software. You got to make sure your motherboard's compatible to have some of the controls in here. So if you want to connect your fans to the motherboard, you could do that, but I don't recommend you. I prefer separating the actual fans to the actual power source, so it will interfere when anything happens into the motherboard, continuing to cool down this whole system. I'm impressed with this water. I like it so far. It's been working well. I love that. I'm gonna put my logos in here, my channel logos and other stuff. I like that you can do that. You can modify it. The software is the only issue. You're gonna have to go with the older one if you can't get this to work properly. Right now it's generating. It's gonna pick up itself. So right now we have the actual system here. It's working. You could change the colors. You could change different tones. You could change different pulse, flash, double. You know, you could manipulate the whole system. And if you have other features that are related to this application, to the hardware, they will line up in here. You could also change it to itself. Now, you could upload your own logo, your own image. Just be aware that when you do that, you got to make sure you sync the whole thing up. You could change the colors of the fans in here, manipulate them. And like I said, you could change them to a point where you could save them too, and also come back to it. Right now we have one color. We could always change it to red, blue, and so forth. And then we could apply it down here, and then we could reset it. Brightness, speeds, you could control the speeds pretty much on the application. Static, right now we have it on static, but we could always change it to different functions they have. And like I said, you could upload your own logo, your own modes. Very simple to sync up to different kinds of syncs that you have in here. You could go back to your profiles. You could change. You could save your profiles. Very simple to use this application. All right, here's the other engine part of it and what we could apply to it. Right now, if you can see, if you have a video card, you can go in here. This is the older application that you need. And the first application, you couldn't do anything, but on this one, you could just go in here and you could change it to say you want to read the temperatures of CPU, GPU, and so forth. Right now, we just put the CPU because that's the most critical thing I want to see. Rotation, you could change the rotation of the actual logo. You could upload your logo. You could change the LED lights too through here. This is an older version, but it works well. And it's better than the other one still because they actually show you the actual fan speeds, the pump, how much is transferring from water, the pump RPMs. If you can see that, you could change the different. If you have different water cooling systems, they'll line up in here. So easy to use. And if the first one's not working for you, you're gonna have to come back to this one.